First of all, thank you for being on. Good morning, Freedom Team. Monday morning, what do we have? Or August 10th, it is my honey's birthday. So we can all sing happy birthday real quick. I'm just teasing. Um, what I want to do is I want us to talk about a couple things. First of all, totally optional, but if you guys have never read the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, came out 25 years ago. They now have the 25th, the next edition has come out. John Maxwell has rewritten the new one. You can either order that book, do audio, but we're getting together, whoever wants to, on Wednesday morning. Matter of fact, this will be this Wednesday, and we're going to review chapters 1 through 4. There's only a handful of us doing it, but if you want to get plugged in, if you've never anybody read that book, because I read it when it came out 20 years ago. The very first law is the law of the lid. Every one of us are probably hitting the lid right now in your business. And the only way to take it to the next level is you got to continue to develop yourself. You got to be on these masterminds. You got to hang around people that are where you want to go to. And we've got several of those on here right now that you guys would probably like to emulate. Well, be around those kind of people. Continue to come back to this. But if you're open, I would say jump in. Even if you don't get through the first 4 chapters, jump on Wednesday morning. We're just going to talk about it for 30 minutes. I guarantee you'll get something out of it. Number two, I just want to just bring up real quick. If you're someone who maybe has a challenge with yourself, someone in your family, someone you know, we get together Wednesday morning. This is Mountain Time from 8:30 to 9, just to kind of lift each other up. We can pray for each other and stuff. Again, not here to promote that heavily, but if that's something that you feel like you could use some other assistance, somebody helping you through some challenges, jump on Wednesday morning, 7:30 to 8. We're going to talk about the book. And then it's 8:30 to 9, right, Kelly, that we're going to do. If anybody wants some help, some prayer, stuff like that, we get together on Wednesday morning. And Kelly, is that on your Zoom link?
Yeah, that's on my Zoom link, Sean.
Okay. Yeah. So if anybody wants to join on that, please do. The other thing I want to talk about before we jump in is events. Has anybody here not been to an EXP event? I know we only got a handful, but okay. I'm just going to say, Deb, and for all of you here and some of you awesome right now, thank you for raising your hand. We have 2 awesome events coming up. We got Charlotte, North Carolina, that's going to come. That is September 9th and 10th. If you have not been to a Build event, I'm telling you, you will walk away not only obviously extremely excited, and it's going to kind of set up your future for the rest of the year and heading into 27, but you're going to meet a lot of other agents from around the country. You can get maybe some new referral partners, but what you'll come away from there, everybody that goes to these events right now, I'm telling you, their game goes to the next level. It really helps you get completely engaged with what's going on at EXP and a chance to meet so many other people that can help you along with your business as well. So you got Charlotte, North Carolina, that's the 9th and the 10th. Or you can pick between both or go to just one of them. EXP Con is in October 7th through 9th. That is a massive major EXP event. If you haven't been to that, it is almost mind-boggling. The last couple years, I mean, they hold nothing back. Every single morning, you've got all your stuff set out for you, from iced tea to coffee to little pastries, all that stuff. If you don't get a chance for breakfast, you have breakout rooms. They'll give you the session in advance. You can look through the 3 days and you can choose. There might be 10 to 15 breakout sessions at one time. Before you even go to the event, you can look through and go, man, that's the event I need right there for my business, whatever you're looking for. And that's throughout 3 days in a row. They got a big general sessions where you'll hear from Glenn and Leo and some of the top agents in the company. But then along the way, over those 3 days, there's breakout sessions and you can look through and go to exactly what you need. Highly advised. If you can't go to both, choose one of those, you guys, and go. I'll be at both of the events. Most of our leaders will. We can all get together. We can have lunch, dinner together and stuff. A great chance for all of us to also just deepen our relationship and get to know each other a lot better. So just want to put that plug. So let's do this today. I'm going to share my screen. So this is, again, Jesse Zagorski. He's got about 1,700 people in his organization. He's been a coach. He's been a mentor. He's helped a lot of people grow their production, attraction, everything. And I've got to know Jesse pretty well. And when I first saw this about 2 weeks ago, I just thought, you know what? I want to go through it, because those of you that were here 2 weeks ago, he talked about it from a very high level. And then he gave us the links. This is kind of on a trial basis with his group, but the trial basis he's been having with the agents using it, he's getting some pretty good feedback, and he was kind enough to give it to us. It hasn't been completely rolled out, and he's tweaking it. And I'll talk about that as we go. But let's do this. I'm going to read through this as if we just finished the training with Jesse and he gave us all these links. If you haven't gone through it, I went through it I think over the weekend on Saturday. And I thought, you know what? The best thing I can do for each one of us is go through it with you so you can't, I don't want to say have an excuse, but you may get so busy and not have the time to go through it. So you here for this hour, I'm going to go through it with you right now. We'll do a little bit of Q&A at the very back end of it. So how to use the agent attraction playbook, right? Let's start over here. The TAC Agent Attraction Playbook is a complete step-by-step system designed to help real estate agents confidently attract, connect with, and sort through growth-minded agents without feeling pushy or sales-focused. Instead of teaching traditional recruiting tactics, the playbook focuses on a sort, don't sell philosophy that helps agents position themselves as a valuable resource while using proven conversation framework, strategic follow-up systems, and third-party leverage to create natural business conversations. Through a simple four-step process, it includes the conversation starter, resource reply, partner intro, and alignment phase. Agents are given exact scripts, messaging templates, follow-up strategies, and activity systems that eliminate guesswork and create consistency. The playbook also teaches agents how to protect their posture, avoid chasing uninterested prospects, and focus only on people actively looking for growth and opportunity. By following this system consistently during a focused 90-day run, agents can improve their communication skills, create more meaningful conversations, generate more qualified appointments, build confidence in agent attraction, and develop a scalable duplication system that creates long-term leverage, stronger leadership skills, and sustainable revenue share growth. The other thing I like about this, I'm going to set up is even as I go through how you can text maybe 10 agents at a time or 10 agents a day or 5 agents a day, whatever you want to do, you don't burn the bridge on any of the agents who don't respond. That's what I love about it because there's all different ways to attract. Matter of fact, if you haven't heard, we're doing our first Freedom Team EXP attraction presentation on September 1st. So we're going to give you another option when you're talking to agents to be able to invite them to something else. There's a variety of ways, right, to attract. I just want to go through this one today as an option for some of you. So in this episode, this training video features Jesse Zagorski, he's founder of the Agent Collective, and introduces a natural four-step system designed to help you authentically attract agents to EXP without feeling salesy or making cold calls. The core philosophy centers on the idea of sort, don't sell. We're looking for agents that are looking for us, and you'll see how these text messages flow. It's where you focus entirely on finding open prospects rather than convincing resistant ones. The playbook's going to map out a four-step framework. I'm going to press this, and we're going to listen right now to how he kind of sets this whole thing up.
Hi, my name is Jesse Zagorski, and I'm the founder of the Agent Collective. In this quick video, we're going to talk about how to use the Agent Attraction Playbook. But before we talk about how you can start making money from revenue share, I have to give a little disclaimer. The voice you're hearing is my actual voice. I said these words out loud into a microphone. But the image you're seeing on the screen, that is entirely generated by AI. Shocking. I know, but I'm calling it out so we can focus on the reason you hit play. Learning the easiest way to attract agents naturally without feeling salesy or awkward. This playbook is designed for any agent, regardless of skill or experience, to authentically attract partners without ever making a cold call. To make this playbook work, you only need three things. Be coachable to the system, be willing to step slightly out of your comfort zone, just enough to hit send on a text message, and be hungry enough to actually follow through. As we go through this four-step system, I have a few commitments I'll make to you. Number one, it'll be easy. Totally comfortable, authentically you. Number two, in a minute, when I explain what we're doing, you're going to say, yep, that'll work. And last, number three, you're going to feel like I could do that. If you're ready for those three things, then let's look at the system.
Trust, vibes, feminine optimism.
And let me say a quick word to those of you who are brand new to EXP and looking to launch fast, as well as those of you who've been here a while, but maybe you haven't found the right attraction strategy yet. Wherever you are on your timeline, this system is your ultimate reset and launch button, because you aren't pitching a company or trying to look like a recruiting expert. You are simply a tour guide passing along a valuable perspective. Your timeline doesn't matter. the system does. Let's look at how it works. The system is exactly 4 steps. Step 1 is the conversation starter. We text the prospect a 3.5-minute video called The 5 Phases of an Agent's Career. This instantly identifies what's holding their business back. Step 2 is the resource reply. Once they relate to the first video, we provide the solution by texting them the 9-minute blueprint video. Step 3 is the partner intro. We drop them into a group text with your senior business partner to move the conversation from a video to a live strategy session. Step 4 is the alignment. We never close or pressure anyone. We simply determine if their goals can be reached faster through EXP and our collective resources. And here's the good news. Your only job today is step 1, the conversation starter. But before you start a conversation with anyone, you need to understand the math. We call it sort, don't sell. If you text 10 agents you know, 5 will give you crickets. They will get busy and forget, right? This is normal. 3 will say things are going great. Awesome. We leave them alone. 2 will reply and relate to the video. Those are the 2 we want to move to step 2, the resource reply. Your job is simply to find those 2 who are open, not convince the 10 who aren't. Now, before I give you the exact text messages to find those 2 people, you have to promise me something. Do not send these texts until you have completed a launch call with your senior business partner. You need a strategy before you hit send, or you're going to burn your list. Deal?
Please get
Okay, let's look at some of the conversation starters. The goal here is simple. Offer a valuable perspective and ask for permission. Here is the standard text message script you can use for almost anyone. Hey, first name. I just saw a 3.5-minute video that broke down the 5 phases of a real estate career. It was super eye-opening and made me think of you. If I sent it over, would you be open to watching it and telling me which phase you're in? It's that simple. Ask for permission first. Now, a quick heads up. When you look at your agent attraction playbook, you'll notice a slightly different script highlighted as the standard option number 1. But for your very first 10 text messages, the people you already know well, I want you to use this warm, permission-based text we just talked about. It's the easiest one to digest, and it's completely friction-free. Once you branch out to casual acquaintances or cross-sale agents, you can leverage the other options highlighted in your playbook text library. Whether you need a standard approach, a post-deal approach for agents you just closed a transaction with, or a short and punchy script for top producers, we've got you covered. Pick the script that best matches the relationship, copy it, and hit send. But what happens when they actually reply? We'll cover that in part 2.
Go a little further in this right now. I'm going to open the agent attraction playbook. And let me say this, when it talked about your senior partners, I'm going to send this over to our senior partners, which really could be anybody. Let's start with, we don't use the words upline, but anybody that is in your upline. If those of you that don't know, you can go to my.exprealty.com and you can see the 7 different agents that are above you that all have a vested interest to help you with attraction, production, anything in EXP. Now let's come to the Freedom Team. You got 7 of us that are leaders. All of us are willing to help in any way. I want them to see this because there is all 7 of us can do it once you set up a call with us, but I just want them to see the framework, so hopefully they'll have a chance to go through it. A couple of them, a few of them are on here right now. So thank you, Tim, Kathy, Kelly. Again, this is just an option, but let's look at this playbook right now. Okay, I'm going to kind of go through this because I want you guys to see all the different options. All right, so strategic overview, the core philosophy. We're looking for the people, again, that are looking for us. Most agents fail at attraction because they pursue. In the agent collective, we sift and sort. We act as consultants making connections to resources, not recruiters chasing sales. The system is designed to protect your posture, preserve your time, and ensure that the only people you get on Zoom are the ones who have already raised their hand for growth. So the 4-step surgical system. You got the conversation starter, which he talked about. It's the opener, the 3.5-minute diagnostic video. That's the 5 phase of an agent's career. Then you have the resource reply. This is the filter. Once they identify their phase, we show them the way forward through a 9-minute blueprint video that does the heavy lifting for you. It gives them the value, opens a loop about EXP, and makes them curious to meet your partner. The partner intro is the Zoom. a peer-to-peer strategy session where we connect them with our organization's leadership to explore next steps for their career. Third-party leverage does the heavy lifting. So if you're on here for the first time looking at this, those whole systems set up where you're just doing simply the text messages, and you end up, for those that are interested, setting up a Zoom. You don't have to do anything. We'll talk about introducing your business partner, where you want to edify them and edify the other person. We can talk about that here toward the end. The alignment, the decision. We don't close people, we look for alignment. This is the final step where we determine if the prospect's goals match the EXP platform and our community's resources. The two tracks. We have the standard track, which will probably be for 80% of your prospects. The VIP fast track, these are for the high level, highly influential team leaders, big producers, independent brokers, etc. The surgical rules, the 24-hour nudge. If for some reason they do not reply in 24 hours, you're going to send one polite follow-up. If still no reply, move on, right? We're not here to chase agents. We're looking for those looking for us. The partner language. Always refer to your sponsorship group as your partners or senior business partner. Never say recruiter or upline, downline, none of that kind of stuff. Posture over everything. If a prospect is rude, dismissive, or disrespectful, just exit gracefully. Protect your energy and your brand. So how to use this playbook, right? You're going to identify your prospect, choose your opener from page 6. We'll look at these. Copy and paste that text message, scripts for each step, reference the progress bar at the bottom of each page to stay on track. The systems and the math. Before you send a single text, you must understand the framework and the numbers. Again, the action. You're going to get permission, and then you're going to text that prospect this 3.5-minute 5-phase video we'll look at here. The goal, diagnosis. We're looking for what is holding them back or a goal they haven't reached yet. Somebody keep bringing them in. I see Melvin up here. Step 2, the resource reply, the action. Once they reply and identify their phase, you're going to text them the 9-minute blueprint video. The goal, validate the phase they're in and offer the blueprint as the exact solution to break through to the next level. This will make sense when I show you the videos. Step 3, the partner intro. The action, you're going to start a group text with your senior business partner and you're going to book a quick 15-minute Zoom. The goal, third-party leverage. This should remove any friction from you. You're going to position your partner as the expert, let them do the heavy lifting and cast the vision while you take notes. And step 4, the alignment. You're going to give them two choices. Do you want to explore this further, or do you already know it's a fit, right? The goal again is sorting. You're going to set the next step, which is always book a meeting from a meeting. Guys, every time you talk to any agent, always book the next meeting, whatever that is. It's inviting them to an event, sending them over some information, getting them on a 3-way call with someone who has, a same alignment or goals they may have, whatever it might be. The 10-5-2 expectation. These are the numbers and how it's working with his group as of right now. So this should be very similar if we start to do it. Protect your mindset. Again, we're sorting, not selling. The system is not magic. It's pure mathematics. Recruitment is a process, not an event. Do not take silence personally when you send out these messages. This is the exact statistical breakdown you should expect for a single sorting cycle. 10 conversation starters. The number of people you text to ask if they're open to watching the 5 phases video. Reality check. Expect 5 of these to be crickets, no reply. This is normal. They aren't rejecting you. They're just busy. 5 resource replies. The number of people who watch the 5 phases video, identify their phase, then they're going to receive the 9-minute blueprint. 2 partner intro Zooms, the number of people who move to a group text to a quick Zoom. So again, you send out 10 texts, right? You send the 5 phases video to 10 agents that you know. 5 going to probably be crickets, not respond at all. 3 may respond and say, hey, things are going great, or they're too busy to watch. Great, leave them alone. You may have 2 that really reply. 2 people will text back and say, wow, that video is exactly how I feel. Those are the 2 you hand off to the resource, right? So to remove all friction, you guys. The goal, clarity. Our only job is to make sure the prospect understands exactly how EXP and the agent collective solve their specific phase challenges. Once they have the full picture, the sorting is done. They get to decide if it's a fit and when the timing is right. You've even got your game plan interview, right, that you can put down the agent's name, who they were interviewed by, right? The questions, your why for EXP, what do you want revenue share to do for you and your family in the next 3 to 5 years? How much monthly revenue share would feel life-changing right now? And for the next 90 days, what are you willing to do? So you could do this with your business partner, with me, with Kelly, with Kathy. Again, we'll go to your my.exp. You've got 7 people up top. But until they really saw the system, I'd stick with us right now with the Freedom Team once we got this set up and good to go. Right. So get this stuff filled out for yourself. How we build EXP RevShare? You're going to build a list of agents. It starts right here. If you do not have a list of agents put down on a paper, Excel spreadsheet, and I would tell you not to intimidate you, come up with 200. Because if this whole thing, if all that happens from you following this system, you come up with 200 agents, is 10% show interest. Okay, right there is 20. If out of those 20, just 10 join, and all this is a text messaging system, 10 agents join, we help plug them in. If you just get a handful of them to help them cap, guys, that's $4,000 to you. So if over the next 90 days, you sent this system out to 200 agents, you've got maybe 15 or 20 that decide to watch the next one, 10 of those engage in a Zoom with one of our business partners. I don't care if just 5 joined. If we get some of them to plug in, you guys could end up with $15,000 to $20,000 before the end of the year. Now you've got some agents right now that came in through this system. Guess what they might do? Utilize the same system for their 200 contacts. And you begin a duplication system that is very easy with very, very light friction. Okay, you got the 90-day activity commitment. You guys can look through this. Weekly Zooms. I've talked to him, right? These are Zooms. If you want to see what Jesse's doing, he's got a unique way of doing the presentation. Tim, Kathy, I advise you guys just to take a look. It's a different way. I jumped on it last Thursday and I thought, okay, this is interesting. He's not necessarily presenting EXP. It's through questions and which one of the phases they fall into. It's a very interesting way that he went about presenting. I highly advise just for us to take a look at it as we move forward into September. They've got an area for your launch list, right? You can put together right here. I like this relationship and influencer score. If you do this on a scale of 1 to 10, you come up with your, if 200 is intimidating to you, some of you guys, let's come up with your first 50. But then rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. Relationship score, how is your relationship with them? Is it a 10? Are you guys extremely tight? Or do you not know them as well as you think? Maybe they're a 5 or 6, or rate them. Same thing with influence. From what you know about them, how much influence do they really have in the market? Right? People that might be coaches, been around for a couple decades, have a huge following, they might be an 8, 9, or 10, right? But other people, you can kind of, from your judgment, if you know them, where you think they fall within the influencer score. So if you get a chance, I would do that as well, right? Homework and next check-in. You're going to build your list of hopefully 200 agents, each one of you. And I'm telling you, when I first started, this whole thing is you've got to come up with your why. I say this over and over. If you don't have so many people are like, what do I say? What do I do? How would I handle this situation? If your why is strong enough, you're going to figure it out. You'll plug into some system that works with you. All I know is told you guys before, when I joined EXP, I had a massive why. I had just lost a huge oil and gas investment, which was not a smart decision on my end, but I thought it was a done deal and I lost a lot of money. And I was 51 years old going, OMG. I'm married, I've got 2 kids, and I lost my savings, my whole 401k. Long story, but anyway, when I saw EXP about 8 or 9 months later, I needed something bad. I was hungry. So my why was so strong. I'm going, what do I got to do? And at that time, I followed a system. Rob Flick and Gene Frederick gave me exactly what I need to say, and I just followed a system. So I want you guys to come up with your why. And here's what I mean. Everybody's in different phases right now with EXP and your real estate career. Do you have an exit plan? What are your thoughts? Maybe you've only been in real estate a few years. Maybe you're in your 40s. But as you start to get older, you start to get in your 50s, 60s, you're starting to go, am I really set up for retirement? How am I ever going to walk away? Very few people will ever have enough money set aside in investments to retire, especially today, right? Things are changing. You've got something right in front of you that can bless and change agents' lives all over the United States. You got to know in your heart, this can change. Each one of you that are with us right now, you know we have enough at the Freedom Team and enough with the XP that if you just plugged in and did what you're supposed to, if you just went into the fast cap class that starts on August 17th and followed through, the results are staggering. You've got everything you need right in your hands. You've got to know that and know in your heart that if you bring an agent on board and they plug in, you can help change their life. Just the stock alone can accumulate over the next 5, 7, 8, 10 years. There's agents out here right now that have several $100,000 worth of stock doing nothing different than doing real estate. So again, I don't mean to kind of get off track, but you got to come up with your why. That'll help you build the list and just know you have a chance to bless agents' lives. So step one, the conversation starter, right? The standard approach, use this as you catch all text for 80% of your prospects, like he went through, right? Hey, Kelly, insert the opener. Seeing your name pop up quite a bit lately. This might be the pro, right? This is just what you're going to insert. You don't have to use these, but these are pretty catchy. I appreciated your professionalism in the business, and then it goes from there. And I ran across a growth framework that breaks down the 5 phases of an agent's career. It's a quick 3.5 minute framework that shows exactly where an agent hits their next ceiling. If I send it over, would you be open to watching it and telling me what phase you're in? And here's just 4 different openers that he gives as an option. Okay. And we can all revisit from time to time. If you come up with something that's pretty unique and catchy, we can all share. We can create a group if you guys would like. Bonus options, the stale connection for agents you haven't spoken to in 6 months. Oh, hey, Kelly, hey, I know it's been a minute since we connected, but I ran across a business blueprint that actually predicts the next 12 months for an agent based on their current phase. It's only 3.5 minutes and it's surprisingly spot on. If I send it over, would you be open to watching it and seeing where you land on the map? Very easy, right, to send out to 5 or 10 agents at a time, right? Option 3, the warm approach. This might be for friends, family, or close industry colleagues. Hey, Kelly, hey, I just saw a 3.5 minute video that broke down the 5 phases of an agent's career. It was actually pretty spot on and made me think of you. If I sent it over, would you be open to watching it, telling me which phase you're in? Very simple to follow this, you guys. Option 4, the postal approach. These are for co-op agents you just finished a transaction with, right? Hey, Kelly, really enjoyed that last deal with you. I've always respected how you handle your business, so I wanted to share a strategic map with you. It reveals the missing pieces needed to move to the next level. It's a quick 3.5 minute watch. If I sent the link, would you be open to seeing where you land on the map? Could everybody do this, right? Very simple to follow. Next step, when they say yes, which may only be 1 or 2 out of 10, you're going to send the video link first, and you're going to follow up with this text message, right? Video link is sent. Here it is. It's only 3.5 minutes. Let me know which phase you're in once you finish. I love this. I'm curious to see if it matches my guess. And he breaks down the psychology here. Why this works, the permission gate, asking if I would you, create a micro commitment and lower resistance. The resource posture, you aren't asking for their time, you're offering a high value map for their career. The curiosity loop, specifying 3.5 minutes makes the yes easy, and mentioning a guess makes the reply inevitable, right? Better chance they're going to reply. I thought that was pretty clever. Step 2, the resources reply. What you say when a prospect replies after watching the 5 phases? Remember the sorting hat. Which track? Before you reply, you're going to evaluate your prospect, right? So it's sorting. 80% of the agents we all probably know, in my opinion, if they're 20 transactions or less, I'm going with the standard track. When I start to talk to an agent that's doing more than 20 deals, or they're a team leader, or they're a independent broker, you're going to put them on the VIP fast track, and he'll break this down. Standard track, who's this for? Agents in phase 1 or 2, co-op agents or casual connections. The strategy, focus on showing them how our platform solves the specific challenges that they identified when they picked the phase in the first video. Again, we'll play this video in just a second. The flow, leverage the 9 minute blueprint video as the expert voice to explain our platform and validate the path to the next level. The 20% of prospects, again, big hitters, team leaders, close friends, or anyone who shows recruitment resistance after the first video. The strategy, business to business, bypass the coaching vibe, and you're going to focus on high level alignment, right? We want to move the conversation away from recruiting and toward a professional discussion about long-term goals. The pivot, you're going to skip the 9 minute blueprint. If a second video feels like homework or creates friction, you're going to pivot immediately to the partner intro Zoom to maintain momentum and provide a more personal experience. A recruiter is someone who cares enough to discover what is truly important to another person. I always say we're blessing agents that we bring on board, and then becomes the resource to help them get it. Overview, 80% of the prospects, again, we're going to use this track here for agents, phase 1 and 2 co-op agents or casual connections. The goal is to move the prospect from identifying their phase to seeing the solution in the 9 minute blueprint video. The standard track is a 3-part messaging sequence designed to maintain your posture as a resource. So part A, you're the validating bridge. The action, you're going to acknowledge the specific phase the prospect identified in the 5-phase video. The goal, prescription. You are validating their current challenges and offering the blueprint video as the exact map to break through to the next level. And then the strategy, by bridging their pain to our resource, you avoid the salesy energy that triggers a defensive wall. Part B, the time lock and link drop. The action, secure a specific viewing time commitment before sending the 9-minute video blueprint. I love this. The goal commitment, creating a micro commitment eliminates the need to chase them and sets up a natural follow-up strategy. Asking, when can you watch it for sure, creates a micro commitment that makes a reply to your follow-up text inevitable. The check-in and pivot, the action, follow up at the exact time established during the time lock to confirm they finished the video and ask, what did you like best? The goal, leverage. The objective is to transition the prospect from a digital resource to a live 15-minute introductory Zoom with your senior business partner. The strategy, by asking what they like best, you bypass general thoughts and you identify what is most important to the prospect. You then use the specific priority to position your partner as the expert who has mastered the exact area, making that 15-minute meeting feel like the logical step for their business. Note, for the exact text templates for validation bridge, time lock, and check and refer to the standard track script library, which starts on page 10. Part A, the validation bridge. This is the initial reply you send after the prospect identifies their phase. The VPP formula, every bridge text must follow these 3-part framework to maintain high pressure. Validate, framework to maintain high pressure. Validate, acknowledge exactly what they said so they feel heard. You're going to pivot. Tie their specific situation or phase to the 9-minute blueprint video. Permission, you're going to end with, are you open to me dropping the link to ensure a frictionless opt-in? Once that prospect has watched the 5 phases of the video and identified their phase, you're going to choose one scenario below based on their reply and send the appropriate validation. He's really thought these through. Listen to these replies. Scenario A, the pain reply. They admit they are stuck or working too much. If they say, wow, I'm definitely in phase 2, I'm working 24/7. You can reply with, I completely get it. Typically, breaking out of that phase is the hardest part. My business partner put together a 9-minute blueprint video that shows exactly how to get your time back. Are you open to me dropping you the link? All right, let's come to another one. Scenario B, the ambition reply, the high ego team builder. If they say, things are great right now, I'm really focused on growing my team. That's awesome. Scaling a team is the ultimate move. Typically, the overhead trap is where most leaders get stuck. My business partner put together a 9-minute blueprint video that shows exactly how to scale without traditional cost eating your profits. Are you open to me dropping you the link? You're speaking to their pain point, right? Scenario C, the solo mega producer, high volume, no time. I do 20 million a year by myself. I have no desire to babysit a team. I love that. High volume is incredible. Usually the challenge at that level is capping out on time. My business partner actually put together a 9-minute blueprint. So you guys follow me? Are you open to me dropping you the link? Scenario D, the curious reply. They just want more info. Hey, interesting video. Tell me more. Or what exactly is this? Your reply. Great question. Typically, there are only 2 ways to grow in this business, burnout or high overhead. My business partner put together a 9-minute blueprint. Goes right back through it. Are you open to me texting you the link? The cool video pivot. They didn't identify their phase. They just reply like, hey, cool video, or hey, loved it. Thanks for sharing, right? You can reply with, glad you liked it. Typically, the model clicks once you identify your phase. What phase do you feel like you're in right now? Okay, and we'll look at those 5 phases real quick here. The crickets protocol. What if they don't reply after you send the initial 5-phase video? Remember the math. 5 out of 10 people are going to get busy and forget to text you back. That's normal. Do not chase them. If 24 hours go by with 0 reply to your 5-phase video text, you're going to send this one frictionless bump. Big old hands up or finger pointing to it. Just want to make sure the link actually worked for you. 24 hours later, that's all you can put in. Part B, the time lock and link drop. Once they say yes to the validation bridge text, you're going to use the time lock to secure a commitment before sending the link. The time lock, so you're going to get this right here, send this. Perfect. It's exactly 9 minutes long. When do you think you'll have a chance to watch it? Always asking permission and get them to commit. The link drop, after they reply with a time. Sounds good. Here's the link. I'll shoot you a text tomorrow morning to see what you liked best. Okay, this is for 80% of the agents you're going to reach out to. Part C, the check-in and pivot, right? Send this at the exact time from your time lock. This moves them from the viewer to the researcher. You're going to send this. Hey, as planned, did you get a chance to finish that blueprint video? What did you like best? How about the pivot text? Once they reply with what they liked. Glad that resonated. My business partners have absolutely mastered that piece. They're typically pretty busy, but if I can grab 15 minutes on their calendar, you can ask them directly how they set it up. Would that be helpful? Very easy to do this, you guys. Pro tip, when the time lock goes silent, if you follow up the agreed time and get no reply, again, wait 24 hours and send a life happens nudge. If that link got buried, no worries. Did you get a chance to finish the blueprint? If they don't reply to that, move to your long-term follow-up list. We sift and sort. Like I said, what I love about this is those 8 or 9 that may not reply, we've got other ways we can reach out to them, or we can begin dripping on them, sending things of value, then have another chance to reach out to later down the road. Step 3, the partner intro. Once the prospect agrees to the 15-minute call, you're going to start a group text with your senior business partner immediately. This is the handoff that transfers authority to your business partner. Do not play the middleman or try to coordinate schedules yourself. The group text handoff, hey, Tim, hey, Kathy, hey, Sean, wanted to introduce you to whoever your prospect name. They just watched the 9-minute blueprint and really liked whatever it is that they said they liked, right? Prospect's name, meet my partner, Tim, Kelly, whoever it is. They stay pretty backed up with the meetings, but I'll let them take it from here to find a 15-minute window for us to jump on a quick Zoom as they're free. Why this works, you guys, removes the scheduling burden from you. Your business partner's role, your partner will reply with options to lock in the time. Confirmation. The day before the Zoom, you should send a personal text to that prospect. Hey, locked in for tomorrow at whatever time to connect with my partners on how they mastered that framework. Looking forward to it. Real short and sweet. The reminder, 2 hours for the Zoom, you should send another personal text. Hey, Tom, just a heads up. We're jumping on with Tim, with Sean at so-and-so today. They're back to back today, so let's try to hop on 2 minutes early so we don't miss our window. You're confirming everything, right? Getting them to buy in and keeping their commitment. The follow-up, once the Zoom is booked and you've sent your confirmation reminder, your only job is to show up, introduce the parties, put yourself on mute, and listen. Step 3, the partner intro, VIP fast track. This is for the big hitters, right? Team leaders, independent brokers. After they reply to the 5 phases video, use these text messages to completely skip the 9-minute blueprint video and pivot straight to your senior business partner for a Zoom. The VIP track business bypass, step 2. The resource reply. To maintain momentum with high awareness prospects, we move directly from the conversation starter to the partner intro. Use this for heavy hitters, team leaders, people asking direct questions. You know who these are, the big players. The heavy hitter team leader, don't make them watch a 9-minute video. You're going to go straight to the partner intro. Wow, with your volume, you should absolutely be operating in phase 3 or 4. I partner with someone who specializes in helping high volume agents and team leaders build massive leverage. If I set up a quick 15-minute Zoom for the 3 of us to brainstorm, would that be helpful? Right? Nothing to do with EXP. Scenario B, the prospect seeking legacy. They explicitly state they are trying to build leveraged income. That is exactly why I sent this to you. Very few agents actually get there. I recently aligned my business with one of our leaders, who has built massive leveraged income and is on a mission to help other agents do the exact thing. If I grab 15 minutes on the calendar for a quick intro, would that be helpful? Scenario C, the direct questionnaire. Questioner, they called your bluff. They reply was, is this for EXP? Is this a recruiting thing? I appreciate the directness. Yes, I'm with EXP, but it's definitely not the version you've seen before. We're using a specific 5-phase blueprint to help agents build massive leverage. My partner is one of the people who helped pioneer the system. If I grab 15 minutes on the calendar to just map it out, would that be helpful? You can overcome every objection that's probably going to come up is right here. Step 3, the partner intro. Once the prospect agrees to the 15-minute call, you're going to start a group text with your senior business partner immediately. This is the handoff that transfers authority to your business partner. Do not play again the middleman, the group text handoff again. Same kind of thing, right? This is your 80% and your 20% just being broken down. Why this works, it reveals the scheduling burden from you, removes it. Your business partner's role, your partner will reply with options to lock in the time. Confirmation, the day before the Zoom, you should send a personal text. Same thing as above, right? Once you go here, I want to come up now and show you these videos that I've got all of them over here in my notes. Let me move this.
And Sean, can I interrupt for just a sec?
Yeah.
On setting up that partner call, for all the Freedom Team leaders, if your support team is one of the 7 Freedom Team leaders, we all have our Zoom link on freedomteamsupport.com. So you don't have to go back and forth in email. You can actually just schedule the Zoom that works for you and the person you're talking to.
Oh, that's a good point. Very good point. I would still go through that my business partner is very, very busy, but if I can find 15 minutes, I'd still go through that verbiage, but then you can be the one who schedules that meeting, right?
Right.
I confirmed it with my business partner and you can still send it over. And we can talk about that right here at the end. Let me show this first 5 phases video that you send, that 3.5 minute video. Let's look real quick.
Let's get real for a second. Every single real estate agent is stuck in one of 5 distinct career phases. Do you know which one you're in? If you're feeling broke, burnt out, or just bored, it's because you don't know which phase you're in or how to escape it. Today, we're not just going to figure out exactly where you are right now. We're going to talk about the paradigm shifts required to break through the next level. Stick around because if you make it to phase 5, you stop trading time for money entirely. All right, let's dive in. Phase 1, generating cash. This phase is all about survival. If you aren't making at least $100,000 per year yet, you're probably right here. You wake up every day asking, where's my next deal coming from? The fix to graduate from phase 1 could just work harder. There's only so many hours in the week. You might need a strategy shift. What you definitely need is an environment that actively feeds your pipeline and provides step-by-step mentorship. And if you can find an environment that also helps you keep more of your own commission in your pocket instead of paying a massive split, then you can reinvest that money into your business and get out of phase 1 more quickly. Phase 2, buying back your time. So you crack the code. You're making 200,000, 300,000, maybe $500,000 a year. But there's a catch. You have absolutely no life. You're working evenings and weekends. You're missing family dinners. In phase 2, money isn't the problem. Time is. The fix? You need leverage. When you have the right processes and systems, you can sell the exact same number of houses while working 15 to 20 hours less a week. Finding the right training and guidance on these systems, that's critical. Most agents in this phase, they need to plug into a modern cloud-based environment where your CRM handles your conversions and you have instant live support without ever having to drive into a physical office. That's how you sell more houses in less time. Phase 3, true freedom. You have cash and you have your time back. Now we enter phase 3, true freedom. This is the point where you don't have to work anymore. You sell houses because you want to. The fix? Most agents never reach this phase because they're only as good as their last commission check. Some agents bounce back and forth between phase 1 and phase 2 for their entire career. To reach true freedom, you have to find a model where you can earn leveraged income, not just trading your time for money. If your goal is freedom, you need a model where you're earning actual equity in the company you're helping build just by doing your normal daily business. What you need is to build a wealth safety net. That's how you reach true freedom. Phase 4, building your legacy. Once your own freedom is secured, your mindset shifts. You get bored just making money for yourself. You want to make an impact and build a legacy. The fix? You don't have to quit selling houses, but you need a vehicle that rewards you for helping others. Imagine building a massive residual income stream just as a natural byproduct of doing real estate and helping the agents you bump into. When your active business overflows into a leveraged residual income bucket, your entire life changes. Phase 5, helping others build their legacy. This is the peak of the mountain. You've built your legacy. Your family's set for generations, and now your only goal is external. Imagine being able to say, my goal is to help 100 other people get exactly what I have. When you help someone behind you on the curve reach financial freedom, your name lives on long past your real estate career. So be honest with yourself. Which phase are you currently stuck in? Are you chasing cash, begging for time, seeking freedom, ready to build legacy? The agent who shared this video with you, they sent it because they understand how to break through these phases and they want to see you win too. Text them right now. Tell them which phase you're in. Ask them exactly how they found their leverage.
All right. Good stuff. Let me show the second video real quick. So again, 80% of the agents who watch this, if only 1 or 2 out of 10 respond, yeah, no, what are you talking about? What, so forth. You're going to send this next video right here. Now I want to set this real quick. This is by Russ Logan right now. It's a great presentation, but I just talked to Jesse yesterday. Jesse's recreating the video you're about to watch, and he's going to be removing EXP. He's going to be elaborating on some stuff like the fast cap program and different things for these phases. But I want you to see what they've been using right now that's working. But he just said he sees a way to take it to a whole nother level. So this he'll be coming out with. I'm waiting for his response, but he's thinking by the first week of September at the latest. So 2 to 3 weeks, you'll have a separate video than this. But this is what's currently they're using right now.
Oh, la, la.
Here we go. Ready? Somebody mute Dave.
Everybody will fit somewhere on this curve that I built. Okay. You're either in phase 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 across the board. By the way, if you're not in real estate, you're probably in one of these phases. Also, if you're in the work world, right? The first phase in most people's business is I need to generate cash. Almost everything I'm doing is how do I make enough money? How do I make the amount of money that I want to make? So we're talking through this guy right here. I'll say, where are you at now? How much money are you currently making? And then this guy over here, how much money do you want to be making? What I hear all the time is people, real estate agents, if they're not making 100K, they want to make $100,000 a year. So if that's you, you're still in this first phase. If you want to make 300 and you're not there, you're still in this phase, first phase, right? So in this first phase, we've got to start saying, okay, what do I need to do to get there, right? What do I need to do? What do I need to do that's things that I'm willing to do to get there? And that's why this guy is important. What am I willing to do to get there? So if I could show you how to build a business doing stuff that you enjoy to become this guy, would you do that? The answer is yes. Okay. So we can show you a couple of ways to do that in phase 1. Once we get through phase 1, then phase 2 becomes really important. So I get people that are at $200,000 and $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year that I'm talking to. And I say, okay, so what do you want? So, do you want to make more money? No, not really. It's not about the money. For them, the most important thing becomes time. So once you get to that point where the money number's pretty much handled, or you're making more money than you really need to make, or more than you originally anticipated to make, the next thing becomes your time. So these people will go, okay, if you could work less evenings and weekends and make the same amount of dollars, would you like that? Yeah, heck yeah. That's huge, right? If you could make more money and work less hours, would you like that? Most of the time they're like, yeah, heck yeah, right? So are you in this phase right now where time is more important than money? You don't want to give away the money, but you also want to get that time back in balance. If that's you, got a couple of things for you there. Then the next part of this is, how long do I have to do this for? It's like, when did I get the time and the money in balance? Then the next question then becomes, like, how do I not have to do this? So what are the things that I need to do to be able to not have to do this every single day? And I'm not saying you quit your job, but what I'm simply saying is you get to the point where you have enough dollars to make it through the end of the year, or the end of the life, more likely. That's the true freedom point, right? So when you get to the point where you have enough residuals or you have enough cash stashed to be able to not have to do this anymore, there's a sense of freedom. I don't have to do this. I'm doing this because I want to do this. At that point, you can choose to either exit the business or you can choose to keep on going and live with that amount of freedom. So then people go, well, Russ, I got the time, I got the money, everything's in balance. I don't have to do this anymore. So, but I'm not done yet. And what excites those people typically is going to be building your legacy. So if you've got yourself taken care of, then you start thinking, how do I do things to influence other people? Because I don't want to stop working. I still want to keep doing stuff. But now I can start focusing on building my legacy. My legacy is the things that I do that give back, that help other people take their business to the next level. That's building your legacy. The people that I can influence, because this business has been great to me, will change the way they do business and help them move through this curve. The people that are helping people move through this curve are building their legacy. See, I don't want people to struggle like I struggled in the beginning. So if I can help other people get to this point, I love that. It excites me. That's part of why I do what I do now, to make a difference in other people's lives. So I am building my legacy in the current role that I'm in. And some of you guys are at that point where you're like, yeah, I want to build a legacy too. We've got a couple ways to do that here at EXP. Then once those people have built their own legacy, they say, you know what? My name is going to live on past me. And because of the things I did, other people's families are changed and their grandchildren's families are changed. Then we've got people saying, how do I help other people build their legacy? I've already got my legacy. Now I want to help you build a legacy. And I heard this beautifully said by one of our top people that have already built their legacy. And they said something like, my goal is to help 100 other people have what I have. First legacy is me building my legacy. Second legacy is helping you build your legacy. First one's internal focus. Second one's external focus, helping you build your legacy. So you got to figure out where you are on that curve. Then we can go over to this list here and say, okay, if I'm in one, and the majority of you guys are going to be in one, do you have the parts and pieces to be able to help us get there? Yeah, sure. So a couple simple answers. You want to get more sales? Jump into our Kickstart program. Helps agents get more sales immediately. Starts the process of getting more sales. If you want to get more sales, Fast Cap program we just started recently is how do you get to your cap fast? Okay. There's two ways you can make more money in this business. One is to actually spend less dollars, which is where commissions come in. We've got fair competitive commissions for a lot of our agents. They come over here and sell the same amount of houses. They actually spend less dollars, particularly our higher producing agents. When they come over here, they actually spend substantially less dollars by being here. So you can spend less money on the sales that you do, or you can add sales to your repertoire. So if you're at 2 or 3 sales and you want to get to 20, these two programs will help you do that. Having a mentor and coaching and collaboration in university will help you do that. There's a list of things that you can pick and choose from at EXP to help you take your business to the next level and help you get to this spot. So that's phase 1, okay? Phase 2, on the time thing. Of course, we've got the technology that helps you save a bunch of time. We've got masterminds. Like, how are other people doing it not working 70 hours a week? Masterminds that work in that. Of course, our CRM is a big part of helping being able to do that. You want to drive more business, have more consistency, have better conversion rates. Conversion rates actually help you work less time. Better conversion means you can sell the same amount of houses working less time. CRMs do that. Of course, being cloud-based means you don't have to drive to an office. We also have the ability to have broker support in EXP World. So instead of having to fumble around trying to find answers, you can go to EXP World. You can ask our concierge at the front, say, hey, I'm stuck on something. Where do I go? And they'll direct you to the solution where you can talk to a live human to help you solve your problems. Very rarely do I have to wait more than a minute or two to talk to a live human in almost any of the departments I've been to in EXP World. And trust me, I go in there on occasion because I don't know everything either. Okay, so saving time is a big component of this game. It's the amount of dollars you make per hour really makes a difference when you're spending way less time working on making the same amount of money or making more money. Then, of course, the third phase is freedom. A lot of people get stuck on this, and you might notice I haven't talked about doing recruiting yet, right? People say EXP is just about recruiting. Actually, EXP is about selling houses and doing it in less time and making more money. And by the way, while you're doing that, in the course of doing that, we have the ability to get stocks during that process. So when you sell your first house, you get a stock grant. When you hit your cap, you get a stock grant. If you attract an agent to the company, you get a stock grant when they close their first sale. You also have the ability to invest 5% in yourself. So if you can invest 5% in yourself, and EXP will sell you the stock at a 5% discount, that's helping you get to that freedom point faster. Think about it. If you're not currently earning stocks doing what you're already doing, these are a byproduct of doing what you're already doing. This helps you accelerate and get to that freedom point faster. Then, of course, the last one is revenue sharing. For those agents that are out and about doing sales, a lot of people say, well, Russ, revenue share is not for me. So, okay, great. Here's how most people look at revenue share. They look at revenue share saying, hey, well, I do houses. I trade time for money selling houses. And I don't want to be a recruiter and have a second bucket. I don't have to do that second bucket doing recruiting. And I'll tell you, don't. For most of you guys, don't. For some of you guys want to do that, knock yourself out. There's a ton of income to be generated from that, a ton of residual income to be generated from that. What I want you guys to start thinking is, instead of looking at it as a separate business, what I want you to do is I want you to start thinking, in the process of selling houses, there's going to be real estate agents that I bump into in the process of selling houses. We can show you 2 or 3 things to help leverage them. And when they say, hey, what are you doing? Where are you at on the curve? And how did you get here on the curve? Let me show you. Come along with me. Use this as a byproduct, as an overflow. So when this bucket is overflowing, that gets caught in that second bucket. Okay, so instead of just losing it and having no ability to generate that, this second bucket helps you generate income. So now I've got this bucket generating income and this bucket generating an income. For most of you guys, this can be a byproduct of you selling houses. This is attraction through production. So if you want to talk about accelerating to that freedom, this gives you the ability to accelerate to that freedom. Think about it. If you just had an extra 1,000, 2 or 3 coming in every month, it makes a big difference in people's lives and their ability to get to this freedom moment. Think about having your house payment paid every single month. Does that accelerate you to this freedom moment? That's what that's for, okay? If you want more information on that, we got a ton more info on that. So think of it as a byproduct of what we're already doing. And then the last thing is, of course, legacy. In the process of doing this consistently, you can have that revenue sharing really add up over time. And that's what a lot of our people have done in building that legacy, helping other people build their legacy and helping other people get to where they've got. And of course, you've got the revenue sharing and stocks that help along with building revenue share. And of course, helping others with anywhere in this process, anybody that's behind you on this curve will help you build that legacy. Here's the beauty of EXP. In the process of selling houses, you have the ability to put more cash in your pocket, a couple different directions, sell more homes, a couple different directions. We have the tools to help you do that. Also, the tools to help you get your time in balance. In the process of doing those two things, it helps accelerate you to that freedom moment. All of these things help accelerate you to that freedom moment that are built right into the program. And then, by the way, as you're doing this, you can also start this helping other people as you go through and helping out building that legacy. So there's what EXP really is all about. It's not just recruiting. It's about selling a bunch of houses, living a good life, getting towards that freedom moment, and then taking your business to the next level while helping other people take their business to the next level. If you do that, you should be rewarded for that and get to that finish line a little faster. If you want to have more information on any of these things, I know it's a lot. There's a ton of detail on each one of these individual subjects. If you'd like more info on that, reach out to the person that sent you this video. They can help walk you through this, figure out where you are and how you're going to get to where you want to be. There's EXP explained my way. I hope you see yourself somewhere in here and we can help you move through that curve.
Okay, so real quick, guys, let me remove the stop the share. So as we move forward, I just got the text from Jesse. Jesse's redoing that video that Russ did. That's a good video, but I see, just like Jesse, taking that to a whole nother level. So Jesse's going to break it down in a different way. He said he'll probably have it by next week, if not the week after. So if you would like to, I'd just say pause for a minute. Let Jesse come out with that second video. Let me get this information to the Freedom Team leaders. So if anybody wants to do this, this is just another option. But it just kind of grabbed my attention because I've been doing this on Mondays for over probably going on 3 years now. I know there's a lot of you keep showing up, and I know where you're at, and a lot of you haven't really started to grow your rev share. So this is just another option that I sure hope removes the friction. But all I can tell you guys, in the next week or so, please work on building your list, and it's going to be an ongoing list, right? You're going to be probably meeting agents every week. Continue to add those agents to this list. It should be ever growing. But to begin with, come up with a nice size list. Okay, I know we're at the top of the hour. I can definitely hang for a few questions real quick. Anybody have questions?
We have two in the chat there, Sean. Kimberly wants to know how to get this system. So if you can kind of drop in where we go to get everything you showed. And number two, the Charlotte event you mentioned. Kathy and I can't find it. It's not one of the build events, so I'm not sure what you're referencing there.
I'm going to put it all in here right now. Every link, the events link for the Charlotte, all of it right here. Let me go to chat. Hopefully it puts it all in at one time. There we go. Boom. Okay, so you've got the playbook, right? The agent attraction part 1, part 2, and that agent power huddle. If you want to just see what Jesse's doing, it's just another alternative. We've got, in my opinion, the Freedom Team is the best, I think, team that exists, or group, however you want to call it. Again, just a total option right here. I just like Jesse's approach. He's got 1,700 people in his group. He knows what he's doing. He's been trying to find a system for the last year or two that is very duplicatable and removes the friction. He couldn't find it. So he's very intelligent, a sharp young man. He spent the time over the last year developing what you just saw. And again, it's on a trial basis. He's going to continue to tweak it, but his team, the people that are using it, the results on those stats he gave you is what his team's getting. So could you imagine if you shot out 10 texts and 2 responded and 1 got on a Zoom with a business partner? And what if you did that through 200 and you had 10 or 15 join? You're off to the races. Now you're going to have those 10 or 15, probably a chunk of them, go, wait a second. I built the rev share. You did this by a video, and then you had your business. You didn't really do anything, right? It's a very frictionless way. So anyway, I don't want to overhype it, but other question real quick. What was the other one?
The other one was the Charlotte event. On the build event 26, they're listed, but Charlotte's not in there.
It should be. Click on the one I just hit. I just hit the events at the very end. Right there. I'm not showing my screen, but if you click, let me share my screen again. It's right here. Let me shrink this up. I can't see my share. Share, boom. Okay, so when I clicked on that last link, the very bottom, events.exprealty.com, it takes you to this page. Look down below, right here, September 9th and 10th. Here's Charlotte. So keep all this stuff. Grab this, paste it in your notes, wherever you want to put it. And here's Salt Lake City. I would ask
and that one's invite only in Charlotte. So I don't think that's open, Sean.
Yeah, well, I'm inviting you. Right now. You've been invited. Every one of you can go. We're inviting you to go. Again, if you have not, I just went to the Dallas Build event last week. Unbelievable. And I had an agent of mine. Oh my gosh, guys. His name is Darian Hall. He's been struggling. He's been in real estate for about 20 years. The last 2 years have been the toughest he's ever had. He just sent me a text because of going to this event. Oh, where's Darian's response? Oh, he's sending an email. I apologize. He was thanking me profusely. He just said, "Oh my gosh, Sean, I needed this event. It has reframed my whole mindset, where I'm going for the rest of the year." He thanked me multiple times. We sat together, spent a lot of time, went to lunch, dinner, and all that. He is engaged. I introduced him to 5 or 6 of the big players that were there. He got to meet Bryn Gove, Don Hobbs, a bunch of the biggest players who poured into him for 2, 3, 4 minutes just standing there. Anyway, he walked away after a 2-day build event going, "Sean, thank you so much for inviting me to this." So I'm inviting you, and I'm telling you, if you're sitting kind of stagnant or you're challenged or struggled, please, if you can't go to both, choose one of them, right? If you can get to this one, I'll beat up both of them. Would love to see you guys there. We can all hang out. And I advise you the same thing. Meet the different agents that are there. I always say, if you go to a major event, any of them, do yourself a favor in those days you're there. Try to introduce yourself to 5 or 10 different people, exchange phone numbers, and create referral partners. If all that happened in the next year is you got 1 or 2 referrals from it, that's going to pay you way more than what the event cost. So, any other questions here? I can hang for a few more. Anybody got a question? Anybody like this? You like what you just saw today? Is it helping you feel a little bit better about? Okay, so everybody just pause, give us another couple weeks to go through this. So, 2 things are going to happen. I'll get the new video from Jesse. I'll share it with the Freedom Team leadership team. If they want to send it out to you, you guys can let us know. And then again, we, the Freedom Team, are going to start September 1st. We're going to teach you guys an invite script that where you're going to be invite people to come check out what we're doing at the Freedom Team. And if you've never seen some of the videos that Jeff Morrell and Kathy and Kelly and Tim have all put together, powerful. I mean, it's very, very engaging, showing them not only everything EXP has, everything the Freedom Team has. We're going to have start that September 1st. We'll begin chatting more about it over the next couple weeks and giving you invite scripts for that. So you'll have 2 different ways you can do this. All right. Other questions before we jump? All good? All right, you guys rock. I thank you so much for getting on here. Everybody have an awesome week. Tomorrow, Kathy, I always ask, did she jump off? What's tomorrow's training for Tuesday?
Ah, shoot. Hang on. give me 30 seconds and I would tell you.
I know we got 20 more of us on here. I'm going to do a plug that I always share that Jeff Morrell. Jeff and Kathy, right? They're kind of the moderators for Tuesday. If you've never heard Jeff's testimony over the last now almost 4 years, he always says, he's a big producer, he and his wife, and he always says if he wasn't the moderator, he's being true and real. He goes, I probably wouldn't show up on Tuesdays. But because he sets it up, he and Kathy, and he's the moderator, by leading that over the last 4 years, every year he and his wife, from the little nuggets he learns on Tuesday, may not plug them all in, but the ones that engage with he and his wife, he'll go back and rewatch it. And he always says he opens up 2 screens, like especially when you're watching Nick Krim on AI. Right? And all of a sudden Nick says, okay, I want you to go here and do this. You press pause, you open up your other screen, you go do exactly what he said to do. Go back, hit play. Okay, now do the drop down, go over here, click on and you can do any one of our training videos on Tuesday. Over that weekend, may take an hour and a half or 2, go through and set it up. Let me say this about Bold Trail. If you have not seen the last training from about 4 or 5 months ago where Anthony Robinson came in, and on Bold Trail, he showed you 5 different ways to automate your system. And afterwards, I think Kathy, Tim, a couple people said, if you just set up your Bold Trail by following what Anthony Robinson says, you'll probably get an extra 4 or 5 deals over the next 12 months. If that is a real statement, even if it led to 2 or 3 and made you another 20 to 30,000, it is worth it. Do people know where that's at, or do you need me to show you how to get to that? Anybody need help on how to get to Anthony Robinson? It's on our YouTube channel. Let me share real quick. Every time I talk about this, there's always someone who's not quite sure. So if you just go to our freedomteamsupport.com, right? Here's our website. Let me move that. You're going to come right here to Team Training Calendar, Team Recorded Training. I click right here. It's going to open up. And if you go to this little search bar right here, everybody see it? If I go type in Bold Trail.
Anthony Robinson.
You can do right here, Bold Trail. As soon as I hit enter, bloop, here it is right here. This was put 5 months ago. Want me to grab, let me put the link in the chat. Well, I can't put the link in the chat. Doesn't work like that. So everybody know where I just went to and how to do that, right? Go to the YouTube channel. As soon as it pops up with the Freedom Team, type in Bold Trail. It was really 2 of them here, but I would just say right now, I know we're all busy. Go watch this video, implement, if you're using Bold Trail, exactly what he says. A lot of the agents were on when you watch it. People are like, oh my gosh, I didn't know you could automate that. Guys, there's so many little things that if you just take advantage of what we're showing you, take the time to implement it, we're going to help you grow your business. This was another option again. I appreciate you guys showing up. As soon as I get Jesse's new video, come show up. I'll probably mention it on a Monday and I'll put it in the chat if I get it here in the next couple weeks. And again, we'll get this to the business partners, our group, Kelly, Tim, all of us right here. We're here to help you guys begin to move forward. Melvin, what were your thoughts, brother? Were you here for most of it? I mean, Melvin's one of our senior producers as well. What'd you think, Melvin? Oh, is he frozen? He looks frozen.
He might be frozen. Hey, tomorrow is how to get 100 listings single-handedly as a solo agent. So if you were looking to get more listings, then you don't want to miss tomorrow's training.
Chuck, let me ask you real quick, brother. Appreciate you hanging on. What were your thoughts? I know you and I've talked about RevShare off and on for over a year. What were your thoughts?
I love it's so systematic. I love that. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I do. I liked what I saw last week when he spoke. And then this week, seeing the 1, 2, 3 part of it, that is awesome.
Yeah. Good. I felt the same way. Again,
Can you hear me?
Who's that? Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
I got you, Melvin. Go ahead, brother.
Something with my internet, but I thought that today's training was amazing. So I appreciate that. Look forward to us being able to implement that.
You got it. Yeah. Well, thanks for the feedback, Chuck, Melvin, all of you guys. Everybody have a blessed day, a great week, and hope to see you on there tomorrow morning.